You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time for us to align with our highest and our best selves, because this is the podcast that will change your life. And if you are fully prepared to manifest your miracles, I want you to know that the universe is fully prepared to help you on that path and with that journey. And today's podcast, woo, baby, this one's a good one, because we're going to talk predictions, intuition, and understanding how to create in this moment, in this time, with this reality. So if this is your first time tuning in to the Powerhouse podcast that was designed and created so you can manifest your dreams, well, baby, this is the first day of the rest of your life, and the universe has big motherfucking plans for you. It is time for you to step into that higher power. It is time for you to bloom like the flower that you are. It is time for the gestation period of absence, of loss, gestation period of mourning, the gestation period of curvature, the gestation period of not reaching to the top of the ocean, to the water level, to the sun, to the atmosphere, to the universal codes that are indoctrinated into your DNA. This is not a podcast for the weak of heart. This is not a podcast for those who are just gonna dabble in manifesting. This is a transmission of energetic vibrations like gamma rays leaping off the sun, heating the planet. My voice and my energy is within each and every cell of you. You know why? Because you and I are not separate. And you and I and God are not separate. And you and I and your angels are not separate. And you and I and your ascending beings are not separate. And you and I and your loved ones are not separate. And you and I and the animals and the plants and the bees and the trees and the water droplets, we are all one universal energy. And in order for us to align in that highest timeline, in order for us to clap into this new energy, we have to understand that we are here for a higher purpose, and those pains and those sufferings and those trials and those tribulations have had a purpose and a meaning. And I created this podcast on my birthday in 2020 because I was rebirthing me. I was rebirthing me into a stratosphere that I have yet to actually understand myself. But on this journey of the last 2.5 years and change of months, a few months, let's see, 6 months, 2.5 years, 2.5 years is actually absolutely correct. When I'm transmitting, when I'm downloading, the things come so fast to me. Sometimes my words get tangled in my head because, my energy can sometimes go faster than my brain. So if this is your first time tuning in, each and every podcast is designed as a tutorial to help you understand your energy, your karmic path, your life path number, your chakra energy, your angels, and your guides. We understand candles, understand crystals. We came here with all of these tools, with all of these abilities. It matters not how you incarnated. You came to Earth, the teaching planet, to explore, to be adventurous, and to take some fucking risks. In our 3D reality, if you're living in the 3, you process fear much differently than the enlightened ones. This is not judgment or separation. This is not checking you. This is not anything. This is legit, you understanding that the processes are all different for each individual soul. And although I have multiple accreditations, education-wise, I have skin in the game, I have lived many lives in this life. Each and every time I learn a new lesson, I evolve. Each and every time I have a new suffering, I evolve. Each and every time I have a catastrophic loss, I evolve. Each and every time I fall to my knees and cry and look up at the sky and say, teach me what this is meant for me to learn, I evolve. And therefore, as individuals living in this reality, so are you. And the good karma you seek is within the love of yourself. And the opportunities that you seek is within the love of yourself. And the wealth that you seek is in the love of yourself. And the ability for you to concentrate on what is important for your reality is your ability to elevate and switch timelines. It's your ability to be in motherfucking flow. Do you know what flow means? Do you understand the energetic resonance of the law of resonance when I say that? I mean, as you start to transmute your energy and as you start to move into a new dimensional place, the universe responds. And sometimes it looks messy and dirty and funky and stinky. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that no matter where you are today and no matter what realm you're operating in, if you can receive this transmission, then you are on your path of unlimited abundance. So let's get started, because today is a special day. And if you are a longtime listener, you know about my tradition. Every single New Year's Eve, which on the calendar, which I don't go by the Earth calendar, I go by my calendar, but on the Earth calendar, they have decided that New Year's Eve is the new day, which is absolutely ridiculous because spring is the new year. I mean, even the animals are hibernating in the winter. So because of the timeline of Earth, I do this tradition where every single year in Christmas, I write 2 letters of, prediction, creation, intuitive guidance. And then I write them to myself, I leave them sealed, and then I open them on the air with you. And last year I did this twice. It was called Predictions, Intuition, and Creation. And that's what this episode is going to be about. But don't worry, it's not going to just be this. We're also going to go over a few things energetically to help you on your journey. So I suggest that you do this. And if you haven't done it this year, do it right now. What you're going to do is you're going to meditate for about 10 minutes. And I want to help you learn how to meditate deeper. So I just want to show you in 20 seconds what it feels like to breathe. I just want to show you in 20 seconds what it feels like to evolve your energy. We're just going to, for 20 seconds, we're going to breathe together, all right? So we're going to start by taking a long, deep breath in. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to release. This is just 20 seconds of your time, so even if you're driving, you can do this with your eyes open. I want you to open up your energetic portal, and we're going to talk about energy portals today and why writing these predictions are important to create these new portals. All right, so in 3, 2, 1, come with me, deep breath in. Hold. Release. I want you to take time every single day to allow that breath of life to go into the highest cavernous of your brain. If you ever studied anything by Dr. Joe Dispenza, which if you haven't checked him out, there's good and the bad with Joe, but he does have a very phenomenal teaching on how to elevate your consciousness by his specific nomadic breathing techniques. And holding oxygen into your brain works as an eraser to start erasing all those fears and limiting thoughts. So make a little alarm on your phone for 5 minutes, 1 minute, 5 times a day to do that exercise where you're breathing in, holding, and releasing. And it's just 20 seconds 3 times. You will be shocked. You'll be shocked how much better you're going to sleep. You'll be shocked at how much better you feel when you're leaving the office or running around with the kids or going to school or walking your dog. Okay, deep breath in. That gives your organs and your brain and everything time to allow a little bit of peace into your reality. So when you clear that energy, so I suggest deep breathing for a minute, then put on some frequencies. You can do any kind of frequency that you want. You could do 666, 777, 888, 444, 333. Simply go to YouTube and type in 562 megahertz frequency. That's the frequency of love. 732, 666 is for wealth. 888 is for wealth. And let yourself, just for 5 minutes, do nothing but listen to those sounds and create a mantra saying something. And for this practice, because you're going to be writing a prediction, this is the law of assumption that you're going to be using by doing this practice. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing 1 minute of deep breathing, holding and releasing. And then for 5 minutes, I want you to create a simple 1-line mantra or affirmation. And this is simply to call your energy in. And we're going to talk about inviting your angels in this episode as well. So don't worry. I got everything for you, baby. I'm going to hook you up today. But the one thing that I'm going to ask is that you share this podcast on your social media as often as you can. Go into iTunes, write a review. Go into TikTok, review my podcast. Go into Instagram, talk about the podcast. The more people that we help energetically on this planet, it helps not only the podcast grow, but it allows the universe to see what a giver you are, what a generous and kind and loving soul you are. So even if you just share my podcast cover and say, great podcast, you should listen, that's enough. But with those people who do those video testimonies, let me tell you just a little bit of a secret. When I do my candle work on Sunday, I write down all the names of those people and I say those names to my angels. But the reason that you're going to do these Sophia frequencies, or not even the Sophia frequencies, just frequency, energy frequency, is because everything is energy. Everything is energy, and it starts with our atoms. And then that atom creates a field of energy. And then the protons and the neutrons, everything comes together to start creating in this reality the visualization that you do during this little 5-minute pre-check before you do the law of assumption practice, where you call out and predict what you want in this reality. So if you haven't done this year, it's June 4th. I was supposed to open it on June 1st, but I was a little bit under the weather over the weekend. So this is the first chance I've had to kind of check back in and do this podcast. I meditated for about 30 minutes prior. So for your 5 to 10 minute practice, where you're going to just go to YouTube and listen to these frequencies, you're going to create a mantra before you do this practice. And the reason that you're going to predict the next 6 months is because once you say it, once you write it, once you claim it, your energy starts to create portals and opportunities for you to be in alignment with it. Okay. So you're going to sit there for that 5-minute time period, 10 minutes if you can do it. If you're a great meditator, I'm going to ask you to do a 45-minute practice. If you're a good meditator, a 30. If you're bad, 5 or 10. If you're new, not bad, there's no wrong. You cannot meditate wrong. If you sit still and listen to frequencies and a million thoughts come in your head, you're still accomplishing a goal. Sorry, my dog is like choking on he's like chewing on a bone, on a vegan bone, but it's, anyway. All right. So you're going to sit there. You can create one mantra, and the mantra could be, let me see what I need to see. Let me see what I need to see. And you just, every now and then, as a new thought enters your mind, you're just going to say and hold that intention. And you can even just imagine the words appearing right in front of you. Let me see what I need to see. Let me see what I need to see. And in that practice, you're allowing your higher self to communicate with you. So after you've done this for whatever time is possible for you, and there's no judgment. If you can sit for 3 minutes, sit for 3. If you can sit for 30, if you can sit for an hour, whatever it is, that's your path, okay? Then you're going to sit down and you're going to write out what you expect to have seen or become a vibrational match to in the next 6 months. So here it is. It's my 6-month letter, and let me see if I can take a little picture of it, so maybe I can share this or do a reel on Instagram. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to be recording my podcast, opening this prediction right here, and as I do it, I'm recording this as my podcast. So I'm going to be revealing to you what I wrote down for the first 6 months of December. All right, the inside of my envelope says, half the year mark, look at you go. And now we're going to read what I predicted. Oh, I'm so funny. I love myself. Oh, Michelle, you're so hilarious. All right, let's see what I wrote for me. 12/31/2022. Hey, it's 2023 and the year already feels great. You're in your 3rd year of manifesting miracles, and wow, has your life changed. You're on it. You are geared up to serve so many people and watch them show up. I feel like in 2023, a lot of changes are coming for you. Let me see. A lot of changes are coming. I hope you have spent more time on the water and beach, that you went to different spots and spread your energy and met new people. I feel like you are a little more cautious in some ways, and I hope by now you've worked that out. I don't know that I have. I feel like you will be led to new challenges. Yes. Don't fear them. I don't, Michelle. You still live in paradise and things are progressing. I also feel like your health will be a focus, but not in a bad way. Oh my God, that is so crazy. I literally am becoming so healthy. I'm doing pickleball 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. I'm walking every day. I'm having a smoothie. Oh my gosh, my letter is so good. Okay, Wayne and Dolly are still doing great. You want to do more, but remember, life is meant for living, so make sure you live fully. I am proud to be you. It is such a miracle to be Michelle J. Lamont, first letter. Okay, well, this was a very powerful thing for me to read, and I'm going to read it again off the air so I can really allow that to sink in. So basically, I predicted that I would still be living in St. Pete, Florida, which I am, in paradise, which I am, that new challenges would come my way, and they have. And some of those challenges have been vibrational. Some of them have been physical, and some of them have been emotional. I also said that I would focus on my health and I would go to new places, because you see, when you're an energetic light being, you can't keep all of your energy in your domicile, where you're dwelling, where you're living. The universe is giving you all of these powerful opportunities in your life, so you will go radiate and shine your light in this world. And staying at home and staying in a limited space and not seeing yourself as worthy is going to limit your ability to spread your sunshine. You see, I have a podcast that has now reached 260,000 people. 260,000 times people have said, yes, let me listen to see what this podcast is all about. And they have shown up for themselves in 260,000 vibrational times. And so it's not enough for me to just use this podcast and this platform. I go on other people's podcasts. I go out to different spots And I haven't for a while. One, because, COVID here on the planet Earth, and I don't know what year you're listening to this, but we had a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic called COVID, which kind of changed everything for everybody, from college kids to high school kids to parents to workforces to real estate to currency, and what's coming next in 2023, bingo, I have no idea. But what I can tell you for sure is that in this new now reality, we are challenged beyond our measure. And during that time, I became a little too recluse. I became a little too comfortable staying at home, a little too comfortable not going out in the world. And one of the things that's important when you're a light being is to go and spread your energy, even just going for a walk. I walk in this neighborhood that is very full of fear. I see a lot of anti-LGBTQ signs, a lot of anti-immigration, a lot of dark energy. And so when I walk up and down the streets with my dog Wayne, or even by myself, or even when I go to the pickleball court, or I'm in a pickleball league, because I'm out doing things and meeting people, or I go to a coffee shop. Once a week I go to a coffee shop just to get out of my house and spread my energy and talk to people and share with them that they can manifest their dreams. I am spreading my light, and I am overcoming that fear. And that may not seem like a big fear, but it is, because energetically I used to be very worried that people's negative energies would tack onto me, but I understood how to speak to my angels, speak to my guides, harness my power, protect my energy, do wards, and do special energetic practices that will allow me to live in a powerful and beautiful way. And one of the most important things that I need you to understand, that your life's goal shouldn't be to win, to dominate, to be the biggest, to be the baddest. Because it's not, and it's truly that saying, it's not the destination, it's the road traveled that you're supposed to enjoy. And it's not to win. It's not to be number one. And if you become number one, there's going to be somebody tomorrow that's going to say they're number one. And then your ego gets sucked into this pool of, I'm not enough. I'll never be enough. I'm not going to be the biggest and the best. But life's goal, your purpose for this soul, is to be on the path, to be curious, to investigate, to allow, to follow your intuition. Then in this life, you'll find meaning in all the steps on that path. That is the meaning of life. That is the purpose of your soul's incarnation. It's not to dominate everything. That's living in the ego. E-G-O. E-G-O. Edging God out. And if you don't like the word God, use a higher power, universal energy, Mother Gaia, whatever your practice, whatever your religion, whatever your doctrination is. But to understand that life's goal is not to win, it's to be on the path and be curious, investigate, and allow. Because following your intuition by doing a letter like this allows you to find the meaning in every single step along your divine path. That's the meaning. That's the purpose. And until you understand that it's the journey, not the destination, you are always going to feel like it's not enough. You're always going to be measuring yourself up to somebody else. And baby, the only person who thinks about you 24 hours a day is you. You. Everybody on social media is worried about themselves. Everybody is too much of an egomaniac to realize whether you're succeeding or failing. And when somebody has a vendetta against you, like they want you to fail or they don't want you to do well, that's because they don't believe it for themselves. That's because they don't really want it for themselves. They don't truly believe that if they align themselves on that highest power path, that they can succeed in the way that they were intended to be. What is your flow? What is the natural essence of you? What is your natural born gifts? I make 100% living by being me. Just existing. I get paid to exist. Because in my highest path, I have released all my grudges, all my fears, and all my limiting ideologies, but most importantly, my ego. When something isn't right, I let it go. I don't argue. There's no need for discussion. Once someone has shown me their truest intentions, I simply do a Ho'oponopono prayer for them. And I'll do it with you now, so you can utilize this in the future. This is a beautiful prayer, and it works over anything, no matter what your background is, because there is no higher dogma in this. It's a Hawaiian custom that just means no matter who is right, no matter who is wrong, grudges are a waste. Let people go and wish them well. Anybody who's ever hurt me, I wish you well. I hope you have a beautiful life. Anybody who I've hurt, I wish you well. Please forgive me. Have a beautiful life. Anybody that is coming in and out of my reality to teach me something, I understand. Let's talk about it. I learned the lesson. Thank you and goodbye. But the Ho'oponopono prayer is something that I love, and I tend to do it multiple times a week. And whenever there's a situation that's kind of stopping me up, I say it. And it's very, very simple, and you can Google it. Ho'oponopono, a Hawaiian custom. It's 4 lines, and I'd like you to say it with me. Let's do this, all right? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Now let's do that again and understand that you're going to dig a little bit deeper, because no matter who is right and no matter who is wrong, energy says all grudges end when this life ends. So let's dig in and do that Ho'oponopono prayer for everyone we've ever hurt and anyone who's ever hurt us, and let it go. Please forgive me. It doesn't matter if you were right or wrong. That line works. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter. I'm sorry about the way things ended. I'm sorry about the situation. I'm sorry, whatever. You don't need to say it to them. You can just energetically feel it. Thank you. Thank you, because the lesson that was shared in that experience is priceless. And if you really understand the lesson, you'll see the beauty in the ending. And I love you, because at the end, all grudges are lost. Energy just dissolves them. It says it was so simple and such a speck in the dot of time, like a grain of sand on the beach. You could never count it. And that's as many lifetimes as you are going to be living. You have a limitless timeline. Don't believe the earth timeline of this beginning, middle, death. This is just a simple little grain of sand in the time span of your reality. And every person you meet carries a lesson for you. There are no coincidences. This is a mathematical impossibility. And so as we wrap up this session, and as we understand life's goal is not to win, but to be on the path, to be curious, to investigate, to allow, and to follow your intuition, then and only then will you understand and find the meaning in every step of this path. That is the meaning of your incarnation, to be the freest expression of yourself. And when you're on that beautiful law of resonance, law of attraction, the universal laws, and you study them, you work with your chakras, you understand the energetic meaning of life, you understand how to supercharge things through different practices and modalities, you, my beloved, my beautiful friend, my divine light being will spread your energy effectively, and you will be the highest and the best version of yourself, because no matter where your fear lies, on the other side of it is every answer and every solution to every situation that you've ever wanted, every answer to every situation, to every problem that you've ever created. And every lesson holds a divine truth. So hona hona popo, anything that comes into this reality, please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. And with that, this episode of Manifesting Miracles has come to its beautiful divine end. But guess what? I have hundreds and hundreds of episodes. So I want you to go in and listen to another and listen to another and listen to another and listen to another, because you are so worthy of manifesting everything that you want into your reality. And we are going to end with a call to action. This call to action is an affirmation for you to be the divine light being that you already are. So we're going to say a mantra together. Everything is always working out for me. Okay? 1, 2, 3. We're going to say it 3 times together. Then we're going to say the word everything 3 times. I go soft, then I go medium, and then I go full fucking blast, and then everything after that. All right. And in 3, 2, 1. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything again. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything. All right, my divine light beings, don't forget, every Tuesday, I offer a free 15-minute session. If you don't know where to start with me, I have digital courses. I have products coming out very soon in the next couple of weeks. You can reach out to me for a 1-hour call, a 2-hour call. You can do one-on-one coaching. And I have a brand new class, 30-day class starting at the end of July, which I will tell you about more later. But right now, go to my website, michellejlamont.com. Sign up for that newsletter so you can read how to manifest things into your reality faster, better, and with ease. And on that, I thank you. I honor you. I am indebted to you. I love you. I appreciate you. All right, producers, cue that music. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance and, yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win. Yes!